Hi, Lashawn. It is so great to meet you. Oh my goodness. Like,
Yeah,
how are you?
I'm doing well, and I'm so happy to finally meet you too. And I'll just thank you for having me and wanting to do this interview with me for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely been like a long time coming. As you know, I've been following you and then seeing you do like cosplay and acting and things like that.
Mhm.
So, before we get into that, just tell everyone who you are and what you do.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm terrible at introducing myself, but my name is Lashawn Spence. You might also know me as Mystic Twilight or Mist. If you follow me on my different socials, my primary social media is Mysteries Inc. on TikTok and Instagram, but I also have a acting account which is called the Lashawn Spence, where you guys can also follow me on my acting journey and just kind of like see a little bit behind the scenes stuff as well as, whatever I can possibly offer to help is getting you guys also started in the acting journey if that's what you choose.
Oh yeah, that's literally so cool. So, what made you get into cosplay and into acting?
Uh, so I will say the spark was always there ever since I was younger. Like, I mean, I was in my room at 5, 6 years old watching Sailor Moon, and I would pretend that I was Princess Serenity and layer like these big oversized t-shirt and pretend that I was in like the moon princess dress. So it was always there. But when
Yeah.
during my college and high school years and everything, I did not pursue acting or, the arts like I wanted to just because back then I was also kind of like just told by a lot of surrounding people, that is not the ideal job. That is not a secure job. That is a risky job. So,
Mhm.
if anything, it was more so me being pushed and kind of swayed against doing it. But, everything kind of just happens for a reason. Cause unfortunately, when COVID happened, that was when I actually had time to just kind of sit with myself and, everybody was on TikTok. So, it was an outlet to just
Mhm.
kind of start getting dressed and putting on cosplay and, being cringe, and at that time, since it was like, nobody was following me, so I'm like, "It's no problem, who's gonna see this?" And then here we are today, and then eventually it turned into me wanting to pursue that acting passion that I always had but never really dove into, so, again, that is my
Mhm.
like, my little lesson too in that is just kind of like, it's never too late to start anywhere. You can start when you're 10, you could start when you're 19, you could start when you're 45. It does
True.
not matter. Like, just do the thing.
That's true. Exactly. So, when you started getting into cosplaying, like, what was your first cosplay? What was your character?
Oh my goodness. So, my first cosplay, if I can remember, that was my opening to OCs. I was really into Diabolic Lovers, which if you know about the show, it's a mixed bag. But, that's where I started with my OCs, and then eventually I started to, just kind of, like, dabble a little bit in cosplay. I've cosplayed Prompto from Final Fantasy. I've cosplayed, Sailor
Mm.
Neptune, and then eventually just kinda started to go on and on and on from there.
Okay, got you. So, when you started cosplaying, like, on TikTok, were you kind of well, I wouldn't really say surprised, like, seeing, like, the support that people were giving you and, like, meeting other, girls, like, who were cosplaying as well, basically?
Mhm. I was
Yeah.
honestly amazed, like, it was nothing short of amazement to me because, as an adult, because mind you, I started, way after my teen years, way after my college years. So it was at that weird time and weird part of my life where it was either stupid to be doing those things or quote unquote stupid. And it's not stupid, but to have those
Mhm.
interests, it was weird. So just kind of being in an environment where I got to meet so many like-minded people who had the same interests and the creativity, and it's just phenomenal just seeing how much art, how many different forms art can have and how cosplay is just a growing thing. And, I'm just yeah, I'm just in awe.
It's pretty cool because growing up, you know, cosplaying, people always considered that, like, that's what nerds do and things like that. Um,
Mhm.
and then seeing, like, Black people cosplay, and it was just like, "Oh my gosh, like, we look so amazing doing it," and it's kinda unfortunate about, like, the it's positives, and then it's, like, the negatives of being, like, Black in cosplay, like, with the, like, racism, like, with the fandom space, so I just wanted to ask you, like, what's it like for you, on the positive and negative sides of being a Black cosplayer?
On the positive end, I like that I'm actually in a position where I can be the adult the child me needed. Because I mean, I always kind of, like, had that moment of thinking, like, what would I have been like if I seen these cosplayers when I was younger or knew that this was a space that, was also for people of color like us, like, it would have been
Mhm.
such a different me, but, it happened when it happened, and I'm just blessed that I am in this community and can see it now. But the negative side that I've seen, just definitely with the racism and with the whitewashing of, brown and POC
Mhm.
characters that still continues to happen. It
Mhm.
is disheartening because, there are a lot of characters that I love 100% just like any other person, and that's the reason we all choose to cosplay. It's like, it does not matter who we are, what background we have, or anything like that. Like, the common thing is that we love this character, we love this story, and we want to celebrate it and show our passion and show our love, and it should be just that. And unfortunately, with, Black cosplaying and stuff like that, there are people that are negative, but, just kind of like the glass half full part of me is like, for every negative person that's out there, there are probably 50 to 20 people who are hyping you up still saying like, "You're doing
Yeah,
that, you look beautiful, you look amazing." And, you know,
exactly.
so it's kind of like it sucks sometimes, but you are seen, you are valid, and you know what? Fuck the haters. Keep doing what you do.
I
Like, do what you do.
That's what I'm saying, like, just seeing, like, the passion, like, all around it and seeing how we are just, super creative with it. I'm just like I'm always in awe when I see Black people cosplay. I'm like, "Oh my gosh," like, we
Yes.
go out every I see why other people be jealous, like, I kinda see it, so
Mhm. It's just the
it's
creativity,
crazy.
and we just kinda have a certain way of adding a little spice to it that is like, "Oh, okay,
Yeah.
damn, okay, y'all did that for" so it's like, don't never to anybody, don't lose heart, because the thing about it is we're doing the damn thing, and sometimes we gotta kick down doors, and we're doing the thing, so
Mhm.
keep going.
You're right. That's what I was saying, so I know you've probably been to, different conventions. I'm so glad that there's Black conventions, for us, like DreamCon, and I think there's, BlurCon, like,
Mhm.
it's just amazing that to have, like, our own space, like,
Yeah.
y'all guys' own spaces as well. It's definitely amazing.
Absolutely, and I think that's nice because it provides also a safe space and a safe environment for Black cosplayers as well, because it's like that being a Black individual as a whole, we have to always either stand up for ourselves, have to answer for one thing or another, and just on and on and on. So I really am happy that there are these different spaces and stuff like that because it feels like one, it provides safety. Two, it just kind of gives,
Mhm.
and ultimately it just kind of gives people that space to breathe. And the thing about it is we all just want to exist. And I love that, there are things like BlurCon, DreamCon, and it's like, just kind of giving people that moment to exist.
Exactly, like, I love to see it, like, every time, like, I've always just wanted to go to a convention, like, to just be in the space, just, like, to experience it,
Mhm.
I know you probably been to a convention, how many have you been to, so far? And how was your
Um,
experience at the convention?
so I've been twice, honestly, if you can believe that. But it's more local conventions. I am more of a Renaissance fair goer. And also I really love that we're starting to do more stuff with that too. Like I've seen different groups and artists and it
Yes.
kills me that I don't know this group's name, but they are actually at Scarborough right now. But I am very big on Renaissance fairs because OC is where I started. I'm a storyteller. And that's another reason why I prefer OC cosplay. Not saying that there's one way or another to do things, but
Yeah.
that's where I just kind of like fall because it's something that I can create. It's something that no one can tell me how my character is going to look.
Mm.
I can be in my skin and I am just completely tailoring this character to who that individual is. And I've gotten so much positive reception the times that I have been to multiple Ren fairs. I've been to New York, I've been to Texas, I've been to I just been to a couple not conventions,
Oh,
Ren fairs right
wow.
now. And then I do hope to go to
Yeah.
more conventions as the years go on. But yeah, I just love that space because I just love being my OCs and everybody's just been really friendly and nice and I just have a blast. So I definitely recommend start going to those as well.
Yeah, and that reminds me, I seen this girl on TikTok. She's been going viral. Like she went, it's like a black fairy, with her,
Oh.
her whimsical afro with flowers in it. And she made like a 10-foot dandelion. Like she made it herself. And I'm just
Oh, I
like, oh my gosh. That was literally the coolest thing I've ever seen. I was like, wow.
that creativity right there. That sounds beautiful. Oh my gosh. And then there was one that I seen of Padme, almost the same thing with the lake dress. And another black cosplayer, she had her natural hair and she did like flower crowns and
Yeah.
twists and stuff to make it look it was beautiful. Chef's kiss.
Just kidding. Yeah.
Just chef
Like, I love that. Seriously, I love when we're just like whimsical. Like,
Yes.
super creative and, like, I love it. I love it. I love to see it, like, every time, seriously.
Yeah, and it's the fact that especially, in this day and age, I love that we are finally acknowledging, yes, Black people can be whimsical. They do exist, that is not a myth. They're real.
Period.
So, that's been
That's
nice.
what I say. Exactly. Like, it's not whitewashed, it's not being weird, like, we're
Mhm.
just we're just people just being like everyone else,
Yeah.
let us do our thing, let us live, it's freedom in doing all of that. So it's like, it's been amazing seeing it.
Yeah. It has, and I mean, my thing about it is, it's always been there, look at Minnie Riperton, look at Eartha Kitt, they were not the norm of Black
Yeah.
people, and they did the damn thing, but my thing is going with them, and those are actors and singers, just creatives that I genuinely love. I hate that they've gotten recognition after their passing because, I've read memoirs. I've read, our Eartha Kitt's autobiography and biography from her daughter. Well, I think it was just a biography
Mm.
from her daughter. But the point being is that, they went through so much negativity, so much racism and isolation, racism from outside, and then isolation from, their own race, because that goes into the whole whitewashing thing and you're not fitting into
Mm.
what's the norm. And it's so lonely, I can imagine for them. And then for them to only get their flowers and be viewed as icons after their death. I want people, especially us as Black individuals or whatever, to not just throw people aside until it's too late, just because they're not how we are, like how another person is, or what we're used to, or what we've seen, or what we've experienced. Because everybody has a different story and everybody has a different font, a color, and we just all want to
Yeah.
exist.
That's what I'm saying. So, and it's just I'm glad, like, with this generation, like Gen Z and a little further, like definitely more accepting
Yeah.
of everyone and not giving everyone the side eye when they decide to do, something out of the ordinary or different, things like that. So I'm definitely glad it's getting better. It's getting
Yeah.
better for sure. Like, definitely happy about that.
Yeah. And it's a slow progress, but the thing about it is progress has still been happening. So we've come a long way.
we have. So so with your acting,
Mhm.
how long have you been doing that for exactly? Like since 2020 or was it like before?
Oh, goodness. So I want to say that I actually really started diving more into acting. I want to say around 2021. So, because cosplay was like the introduction. And then I started to be in different groups and spaces. The beginning of everything is when I opened my first OC tag with friends. And we started just kind of like telling stories. And then it just kind of became more of a thing. And then I was like, "Okay, I like doing this. I like telling stories, but I also would like to act." And I think, it was just kind of the motivation that, I didn't see a lot of Black cosplayers growing up. I didn't see a lot of Black representation
Yeah.
growing up. And my thing is, I was like, if I'm in a position where I can, I want to try. And that's why I definitely just kind of started diving
Mm.
into it. So I started taking classes. I've been on a few short film and film projects and everything like that. And I only can hope to
Oh,
do more because my goal is to be on One Piece for whatever character. So like just that's it. Just
oh
what you want.
yeah. I Oh, so how did you get into short film?
Oh, okay. So my thing is like the thing about it, I will always recommend like just starting with classes. It does not matter if you went to school and got a degree.
Yeah.
It always helps to perfect your craft. I found a online acting academy. My teacher Linda, she's been amazing and I've been with her for 2 years. And believe it or not, I found that through Groupon. Like literally just utilize what you have and you'd be surprised what will
Yeah.
happen because I found out about Backstage, which is an acting um, website that, you can log into. You do have to
Mhm.
pay a fee much with everything in this economy, but you do have to pay a fee. But it's open to like, different gigs, things that's happening. You can be in theater, you can be in film, you can be in interactive stuff, it's all there. And, if anything, you just put in the work and you'd be surprised on who's willing to take a chance on you. And I've just have been fortunate to have a couple of directors and writers that have taken a chance on me, and I can only hope to continue. So I don't think I'm there yet, but I definitely, I'm grateful and I just want to keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely keep going. Like it's definitely a journey. And it's
Mhm.
just like then like that industry, like it just takes like one person like to change your life. Like just
Yeah.
that one right person like knows the next right person, things like that. So yeah, definitely keep
Yeah.
going. Like don't stop. Yeah,
Thank
don't
you.
stop.
I'm determined.
Also, yeah. And you said that you wanted to be on One Piece. Oh my gosh, yeah, that would be literally amazing to see you on that. I could see that, like, sure.
Yes.
I can see
You've seen my Vivi,
like,
like,
people love the live yeah.
yeah. Oh my gosh. Like, you can get me started about the live action forever because I remember that, with the first season, they were giving so much shtick to Luffy, and I think that was Inaki, or I feel like I always pronounce his name wrong, and I hate that. But, they gave him so much hell when they first did the casting, and then the thing about it is and what I love about One Piece is that they took that negativity, and it was like, "Oh, we're gonna show you something because every time
Mm,
they come back and they blow everyone out of the water. Like, even the person they casted as Vivi,
yeah.
so much hate, but a
Yes.
phenomenal actress.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm. Mhm.
couldn't be more proud of who they chose. And granted, I'm like, I'm not a part of anything, but, that was meaningful to see. And that was inspiring as an actress that is like, no matter what anybody says, you should always just kind of keep pushing because only you know what you're capable of. No one else knows what you're capable of, but you do.
That's true, that's true. Yeah, isn't it the, I could be wrong, but isn't it the girl from Bridgerton, right, who played
Yes.
Edwina on
Yes.
Bridgerton? I was like, "Oh my gosh, she looks so familiar." Like, I knew that was her. I was like, "Oh my gosh, she looks amazing in this role." Like
She did. Oh my gosh. I was so proud. And the thing about it, like Vivi, that character 100%, she had a profound impact on my life as a child. Nothing crazy or anything like that, but just her story and everything that she cared about and how she loved her people and her friends and just wanted
Mm.
a safe space for everybody to be for, her country. And just, that was always something that was really endearing. So to see that it was a person of color that they casted, everything I could
Yep.
have dreamed about as a kid, So it was like, always was rallying behind her. Was always like just kind of cheering behind, even when people were like being negative. It was like, you know what? She's gonna do the damn thing. And she did. And,
Mhm.
I just cannot wait for the next part of season 3. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
I oh, yeah, I think they already announced that they're doing, like, another season already. I was
Oh,
like, "Dang, that was fast." Like,
oh,
okay.
yeah. Yep, it's set to release in 2007. I just don't know what day it is, but I hate that I'm waiting because 'cause I'm counting it down like nobody's business.
I don't blame you, seriously. I haven't watched the live action. I seen, like, like, people's reaction to it, like, on TikTok. Like, I
Mhm.
can see why people love it so much.
Oh
I can
my
see
god.
that.
I highly recommend. I'm not trying to peer pressure you into watching it, but I do think you would love it because and I think especially with One Piece is such a long anime in itself. It's on Naruto time, so it's like, you have to really commit to the
Mm,
bit. But with the live action, I feel like it's still so early that you will get the key details of what the heck's going on and actually get to enjoy it. So, not trying to say sure, but I think you should.
yeah, I think Imma try it out, seriously, like, start, like, from season 1 and just, like, see
Yeah.
how it goes from there. I'll watch it. Imma watch the first episode. Imma watch it. I am.
I'll
I'm s
hold you to it. I know I can find you.
Let's
I will email
do it.
you.
So, and besides, like, wanting to be, like, on One Piece, what stories do you want to be a part of as an actress?
The stories I would really like to be a part of as an actress is just anything outside of our stereotyped box. And I will be talking more about that next weekend. I want to be in fantasy films. I want to be in I'm also a very big mental health advocate, so anything that involves, those hard discussions like granted, my one of my favorite movies in that field is A Beautiful Mind, and it was just so raw and a very well drawn out interpretation of what mental health was to that individual. It was based on a true story, but I want to be in films like that that actually can teach someone, can make someone feel like they are seen and they can be a part of stuff. But even with fantasy, I want just more Black people to feel like we do belong in these spaces because it's like we're as much as we are becoming part of these spaces, it's still like we are battling for acceptance instead of just being accepted. So I do want to be in more
Mhm.
films like that to kind of, continue to push and continue to have that conversation that, everybody belongs in these spaces and everybody belongs to be whoever they wanna be, not what society dictates that we should be.
Exactly, and, I just hate that we still have to fight this fight. I don't know when it will be over. I don't know if it's gonna be over, but it's just like we just keep pushing through. That's what I love about us, like despite, the fight against us, we just continue to push through and progress and just keep going no matter what people be saying about us. So
Exactly,
I love
and
that.
it's in our DNA,
Mhm.
truly, it's resilience is
Yeah.
in our DNA. We've done and the thing about it is even though we have been conditioned to not know about certain things that we are slowly learning more and more about, you know,
Mm.
Black people in general are amazing, but, giving flowers to Black people because it's so long overdue and we never get it. We have the power to
Yep.
create and build and do things and tell stories. And the thing about it is there's nothing that no one and nothing can do to take that away. Like,
Mm.
even throughout history, we build communities, we build colleges, we built just so many different things. And even if over time people try to erase it and get rid of it, we're still here. And that goes
Mhm.
without saying in any aspect of our lives, whatever, like even if it's not acting, even if it's not cosplay, it could be something like corporate, it could be just anything you want.
Yeah,
We can do it. So, yeah.
exactly. Exactly. Like, I love us. Like, I d I really do love us, like,
Mhm.
period.
Oh,
But I just
definitely.
wanted to ask you one question.
Sure.
So, why do you think it's important for women like you to be visible in spaces like cosplay and acting?
Oh gosh. I personally feel like I'm a small fish in a big pond with acting and cosplay.
Mhm.
But why I feel it's important to be there and continue to have these conversations is because through conversation, we breed change. The more we don't talk about something, the more we don't actually engage in what's happening and engage in like the racism we see in communities or in the stereotypes that we're all put into. Because the thing about it is
Mhm.
for black people, we were kind of we were patient zero to an extent about everything,
Yeah.
and it just kind of trickles to every different race and every different culture, and I think that that's something that we can all learn from each other. I think that
Mhm.
just like I said, by having the conversation and being in those spaces and not running away or shying away from it, because again, we're gonna face racism, we're gonna face disrespect, we're gonna face someone who's gonna be like, "Oh, you're totally cringe," blah 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 blah, and it's like, okay,
Mhm.
Anne, but are you happy? Are you doing what you love? Are you doing what you're passionate about?
Exactly.
Are you doing what's meaningful to you? And if you are, and it's, the answer is yes to those questions, it's meaningful. So again, and it's like you don't know who you're impacting. Like, I might have a whole bunch of people
Mhm.
who don't like what I do, but there's always someone out there who does love what I'm doing or is, inspired because of what I do. And that is what keeps me
Yeah.
going and why I feel like the conversation needs to keep going because if we keep talking about it, we inspire more people. If we can't complete whatever our journey is, our passion, our legacy is at this moment, I guarantee you there's going to be a Gen Zer or someone on and on and on in their
Yeah.
lifetime who's going to keep pushing forward. So that's why it matters.
That's extremely true. So it's like amazing, like to see you with cosplay and other, you know, or people just like in acting and wanting to just venture out and do like other things like they aren't stereotypical.
Yeah.
It really pushes us, to be better, wanting to do better. And, you know, yes, other races will start seeing that. Yes, they'll probably just start seeing us more as people instead of what
Mhm.
they always seen of us. Because that's
Yeah.
what, we want.
I mean, it sucks that we have to, prove that we are just people. But again, like I
Mhm.
said, it's because we keep having these discussions and these conversations. I do have a lot of like, I still have hope, regardless of how the world is, regardless if everything is on fire. It might not be today, it might not be next month, it might not be next year. But I do
Yeah.
feel like we are making an impact. We are bringing about positive change because the thing about it is, I see this discussion coming up more and more than I've ever had in my lifetime.
Mm.
So that means we're doing
Yeah.
something. So,
Yeah. And I love that. And we just got to continue to keep talking about it and keep our own thing at the end of the day. So that's
mhm.
that.
Yeah, because we
That's
ain't
that.
going nowhere. So you're
I
gonna be sick of us.
never going to keep shining and shining like in every generation.
Mhm.
Just
And it
have
just
to
keeps getting better every generation. So that's, like I said, I'm
yeah,
nothing short of proud of us because like I said, it's like
yeah,
even we dive back into the history that we built and we are currently history in the making right now. So, regardless of how small
mhm,
it seems, we are part of history now. So, Just keep making positive impacts and change. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to cry about it. It's okay to want to lay down and be in your depressive funk. But after that, you better get the fuck up and keep going. And pardon my
Period. Seriously, period. Seriously, I love that. Oh my gosh. I love that. I love that.
bless. I'm like, that I'm just
Yeah,
like, that's just me and my grown eight. Like I said, 30. When you get to your 30s, you're like, I don't give a shit anymore. It's like, you know what? Just cry. I'm a cry, but I'm still gonna keep fucking doing it.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I just turned 30 this year too, so I absolutely get it. Really do.
Yay, 30
Yeah.
club.
I love it so far. Really do. I love it.
It gets better because, and me and my friends, we've all talked about this because it's like I've been 30 for a while now. But the point being is that, once you get to 30, you do stop caring about what other people think. Because, like,
Mhm.
during your teens, you're worried about your peers. In college, you're trying to figure yourself out. And that's your late teens to 20s and stuff like that. But when you're in your 30s, you have a little bit of an idea of where you're going. And it's like you might not be completely where
Mhm.
you want to be, but at the same time, there's nothing anybody can tell you about who you are and what you've been through. You're just like,
Mhm.
"Imma do me regardless of how you feel about it." And that's okay.
Exactly.
Granted, I wish
Period.
we can get to that
Exactly.
sooner, but, life be lifing, so that's okay. That's okay.
It do. It really do. Like, definitely a lot more confident and secure. Like, I definitely feel you on that part.
Mhm.
Like, finally.
Yes, it's like, where have you been, confidence? But it's like, yeah, it comes.
I
It just comes
know.
later. That's what nobody tells you. Like, I just like, wow. I'm like, I just thinking about it. Like, wow. 30s is a great time. I don't know. Maybe apparently my opinion is biased because I'm like, I'm there, but I'm like, 30s is just kind of great. Like, I kind of like it.
True that, and I'm just excited about getting older and, like, seeing where life takes me,
Yeah.
now that I'm into, like, the 30. Like, I'm excited, like, seriously.
Ah,
Seriously.
and then even with like, you see people like, people are dying out there younger and younger. There's literally
Mm,
so much happening in the world. It's not even safe to take kids to school sometimes, and that used to be the safest place in the world, so it definitely
yeah.
you know, it you do get to a realization about how fortunate you are to be at the
Mhm.
age you are, and it's like, I don't know if that was just me like, feeling it as I get older, but it's like, it's a different perspective when you, like, kind of look at it because before it was, like, always people freaked out about getting older, and it's like, that's a rite of passage.
Mhm.
That means you won at life. That means you've
Yeah.
done something right. So,
Exactly.
like, it's something to be
That's
proud
what
of.
I'm saying. No, seriously, especially, like, all the wisdom that you get and just life experience, period. Like,
Exactly.
it's amazing.
Yeah, because the thing about it is, like, everything in life is a lesson, whether it's good or bad, it's still it teaches us and it makes us the person like, the people that we are today. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that my life was always good or bad or anything like that, but I had my lessons, I made my mistakes. I, been in situations with different people where it's like whatever the case may be, and I had to learn every lesson, but that doesn't affect or change me in a negative way. It just helps me grow as a person. So once you start being afraid of growing as a person, it doesn't always seem as bad. So, it's just kind of like that message
Hey,
to the younger group. It's like, keep going. It's worth it.
that's what I'm saying, and the whole thing of, like, 30s, like, being in your 30s is not old. Like, I hate
Mhm.
when, like,
Yeah,
people like, 30s is like, no, it's not. Like, being in
it's
your
really
30s, that's
not.
still much you're still you like, more mature and, like, more secure with yourself, so
I agree with
crazy.
that so much, and that's crazy work hearing people be like 30 years old. I'm like, "What the fuck do you mean?" And
No.
I'm sorry, you're getting a very, cursey side of me today. I don't know if it's because I haven't had my coffee yet
No,
or
you're
whatever
good.
it may be, but it's
Yeah.
like what you mean? It's like, and that's like, it kills me when I see 25 being labeled as I'm getting old. I'm like,
Yes.
seriously, I need you to stop right now. Like,
I
'cause
be
you
wanting
haven't
to
seen
slap
nothing yet.
them across up.
I'm like, yeah,
Like, you're
but
still just a baby ass.
exactly. It's like you haven't seen nothing yet. Like, please stop. Like, you got a lot of life to live.
Thank you.
But I also
Please shut
wonder
up,
if that
please. You
comes
say that
from too. I also think I'm wondering where that comes from because that's why I'm like, again, if you have perspective and you look at what's happening in the world, 25, you did something. So I'm like, I don't know why y'all keep saying that's old because
I
34 isn't old either. Like, it's not old, but there we are. I like the
but
auntie phase.
at oh, what'd you say?
I said, I don't know. I like the auntie phase though. It's pretty fun.
Not the auntie.
Yeah, I like the auntie
I
phase.
would they're like 30s, like people in their 30s, like big sis. Like we're not at auntie stage yet. Like I'm not accepting that yet. I would say like big sis,
Okay,
like
yeah. I do like that one too. I
yeah,
I go between the 2. I'm
yeah,
like, some people will call me auntie, and I'm
yeah.
like, "Okay." And then big sis, "Okay."
I- right. Crazy, man. But it
Like,
was definitely nice talking to you, Dawn. Oh my goodness. I enjoyed talking to you.
yes, I had so much fun talking, and I don't know if you could tell, I get excited and will overtalk sometimes, so I hope I wasn't too chatty, but I really enjoyed
Girl,
speaking
you
with
good.
you as well.
Girl, you were good. You were amazing, seriously. Like
Thank
like do not
you.
worry.
Thank you, and as are you, and also thank you for doing this. Like I said, it's always
Mhm.
important that, we have the discussion in whatever way, shape, or form that we do it in, and the fact that you are creating this space and having these conversations with different creatives, and even creating the Weird Black Girl Con, that is super exciting, and I can't wait to be a part of that as well. I'm just thank you for providing a space to have this conversation and to keep it going and, just bringing the whimsy and bringing this community together. It's really special. And I hope you know how important and special it is, the work you do.
Oh yeah, like I'm definitely seeing it. Like it definitely seeing like the impact and seeing like other groups, do like their own beauties and things like that. Like yes, like there's so many of us like coming out together and building our own communities and like just
Mhm.
being ourselves, regardless of what society says. Like it's definitely amazing to see. So
Yeah.
I love it.
It's amazing, and then also just kind of talking about shared experiences, that has been
Yeah.
definitely a light, especially going into the server and everything. It's just so refreshing, like, "Oh, okay, I'm not the only one. This happened to me." So, yeah, it's been nice.
Oh my god. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. That warms my heart. Seriously. I really do appreciate that, LaShawn. I do.
Of course, it was nothing but truth, man, it's nothing but the truth.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you do what you need to do and I will definitely talk to you again. I'm gonna be in chat about the Weird Black Girl Con
Mhm.
later on this week
Okay.
and see how everyone's doing before the big day. So yeah.
Alright, sounds good, and thank you again for having me, and I hope you have a great morning, so I hope you do too.
Have a good day too. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you, and happy Mother's Day to you too and your mom and stuff.
Yes, thank you. Bye, LaShawn.
Bye.